It is not just about what is fashionable this season. It is a step towards a more sustainable future. A future of inclusiveness and equal opportunity. It is a story of design from the grassroots to the big stage. This is the launch of Silai, a brand created with intense passion and a melange of collaborations. The past few months have seen rigorous training sessions and sleepless production schedules. But what shines through it all is the grit and dedication that these women brought to the project.
One article came out that said that these women walk the ramp with more confidence than any showstopper. That's India. So it's never been surprising to me. It's surprising to most other people because they just haven't seen it. You know, we can provide all the skills, we can provide all the input. The real thing is curiosity to learn. Then skilling is an endless job. And the people in rural areas, I find, are much more capable of learning very quickly. You know, therefore they can learn a lot more very quickly also, but they're not used to the sort of quality that high street fashion needs. So then this is where the fashion designers also come in, aside from their lovely designs, is how to ensure that these women can get trained to the level that they would expect.
It was about 3 years ago when I was traveling with a team from Usha International to visit the Silai schools in Bhuj. Okay. And when I was there, I was amazed with the kind of Kutch embroidery and the things that the women were producing, you know. So obviously I got tempted to pick up some stuff for myself. So when I came back and I wore the stuff, my friends were really amazed at the kind of work that had happened and the kind of stuff that the women had created, that I was, you know, inundated with orders from them. So at that point in time, we didn't really have a model where we could go back to the Silai women and ask them to create garments. So the team went back to the women and got them to create, you know, lehengas and clothes for what my friends wanted to buy. And this was without any design intervention. This was the imagination of the women. They created the most exquisite garments.
We set up Silai schools over the last 5-6 years, which is based on what we've been doing. And a lot of what we do is actually based on things that we heard that other people have done. About 20-25 years ago, I read a story where a lady in Rajasthan, you know, the way they do the houses, the doors of their houses, she'd done some patterns. And I think Hermes, one of their buyers, was going around and he saw this pattern. And he wanted to use it on his ties, and he did, and sent her a check for 5 lakhs. 25 years ago, you know. So it really makes you realize that after skilling, what we are doing with women is skilling, which is basic skilling. And then the thought arises that if they're making something, why not make it to the highest level? This idea of Fashion Week came because we're trying to create inspiration. When the women learn how much they'll earn per garment, you'll see that in rural India they have the ability to self-organize once they understand what can be done. If you're earning 100 rupees per garment, you do one thing. If you're earning 1,000 rupees per garment, you do something else. So we'll see the self-organizing kind of principle, and when, you know, within 2 weeks, so many inquiries from other fashion labels, because can we use your network? And I said, it's not our network, it's them. You know, you connect with them. You go through the quality, you go through the training, we'll give you the platform. So it creates what hopefully is a revolution.
I think it's important for the growth of the textile sector. the textile sector is actually the second largest employer of people across the country after agriculture. And a significant part of that employment actually rests in the rural sector right now. And unless you do activities where we are having conversations at the top of the pyramid, it would never really percolate down to a larger cross section. And we hope to take these narratives and, with the amplification of the Lakme Fashion Week, actually reach out to a larger set of people, which would lead to significant development in the sector.
Apart from becoming a part of a global fashion network, there were many things that were for these ladies. Coming to a city like Mumbai itself was a dream. And the cherry on the cake being 35,000 feet above the ground.
घर से निकले तब डर रहे थे, रात को नींद भी नहीं आई थी, कैसे बैठेंगे, कैसे जाएंगे, पहला मौका मिला है और बहुत खुश थे। काफ़ी दिनों से अपन को उषा कंपनी से इतना अच्छा मौका मिला है, जो आज अपन चीलगाड़ी में बैठ रहे हैं, बॉम्बे जा रहे हैं, तो बहुत खुश हो रहे थे। बैठे तब उस टाइम थोड़ा सा चक्कर आया, हल्का सा, तो डर गए थे। फिर उड़ने के बाद तो पता ही नहीं चला कब सफ़र हो गया। पहली बार आया तो हमको बहुत अच्छा लगा और हमको यहाँ नया नया देखने मिला और बहुत मज़ा आया।
நாங்கள் இதுவரைக்கும் நாங்கள் ஃப்ளைட்டில் வந்ததே இல்லை, இப்போ தான் ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் வந்து உஷா கம்பெனி எங்களை செலக்ட் பண்ணும்போதாவே நாங்கள் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக தான் கிளம்பி வந்தோம். இப்போ இது வரைக்குமே எங்களால் வந்ததை நினச்சி கூட பார்க்க முடியல, ஃபஸ்ட் டைம் வந்ததால் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. லாக்மி ஃபேஷன் வீக்குக்காக நாங்கள் இங்கே வந்திருக்கோம். இது சாதாரணமாக எல்லாரும் இதில் வர முடியாது।
দারুণ লাগছে প্রথমবার বোম্বে এসে, দারুণ এক্সপেরিমেন্ট হচ্ছে। কারণ আমরা থাকি ওয়েস্ট বেঙ্গলের দক্ষিণ চব্বিশ পরগনা জেলায়, একটা রুরাল এরিয়ার মধ্যে থাকি। সেখান থেকে এই উষা সেলাই স্কুল চালিয়ে এত সুন্দর একটা জায়গা অ্যাচিভ করতে পারবো সত্যি আশা করিনি। আর বিশেষ করে এই ফ্লাইটে আসা, বোম্বেতে আসা, একদম দারুণ দারুণ এক্সাইটমেন্ট আমাদের মধ্যে।
For years, Lakme Fashion Week has led the conversation of promoting Indian handlooms and textiles. This season, they decided to bring to the foreground the impact of skill training and sustainable development in our country. A specially designed show to launch the Usha Silai label and showcase the work done by the Silai school women.
और सब लोग पहनेंगे, सब देखेंगे। ये
बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत खुश हूँ। हाँ, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि हमें मुंबई आने का मौका मिला।
We saw the smiles on their faces after all the work that they've gone through, and I think that gives us satisfaction when we ask them how did they feel.
Experience, and we really felt proud to carry them on the ramp, so it was really a nice experience. I think I was more excited working with these women at their cluster, and this project has become very close to our heart, and we really associated with so strongly, and to see it complete in this grand way, it's definitely more satisfying. It's brilliant for us.
দারুণ লাগছে, খুব এক্সাইটেড আমরা, এরকম একটা জায়গায় আসতে পারবো আমরা ভাবিনি, সত্যি খুব ভালো লাগছে, ভীষণ ভালো। ধন্যবাদ এসডিটিকে, ধন্যবাদ লেখবিকে, ধন্যবাদ উষাকে। ভালো লাগলো, কারণ ভাবিনি কোনোদিন র্যাম্প চালাবো।
I think I have learned to be more optimistic, and I mean, hats off to their enthusiasm. Without that, we would not have reached here.
यह सब कुछ मुझे याद आएगा और मैं मिस करूँगी।
ரொம்ப நல்ல ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல், நல்ல கிரேட். நாங்கள் வந்து சார் கூட வந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணுறதை ரொம்ப மிஸ் பண்ணுறோம். சார் வந்து நிறையா எங்களுக்கு மாடல்லாம் சொல்லி கொடுத்தாரு. இன்னும் நிறைய ட்ரைனிங்கில் எங்களுக்கு இன்னும் நிறைய மாடல் சொல்லி தரணும். இப்போவே நாங்கள் மிஸ் பண்ணுறோம். நாங்கள் இன்னும் அவர் சொல்கிறதெல்லாம் நல்லபடியாக செஞ்சு நாங்கள் இன்னும் நல்லபடியாக எங்கள் ஒர்க்கை நல்லா டன் பண்ணுவோம்னு நினைக்கிறோம்.
I would really say this is the beginning, because this is where the work actually starts. This is the beginning of a long journey, I feel, and it's quite heartening to see that the products have come on the ramp, because like we all know, we were all moving 10 meters at a time, and now we've reached a sort of concrete area which we know we can build upon, so it's great.
An ode to sustainability, a success story for India's quest to skill development. Inspiring creativity, building individual capacity. The Silai Label Initiative has come a long way from its conception to the launch. But the journey has only just begun.
Sustainability, see, what we've done is gone to 4 different locations. The model works and people seem to like it, and we've got really, even with our fashion retail partners, the more people pay for the garments, the more these women earn. And we're going to tell that story. Okay. On top of that story is the regional fashion. Okay. That when you go to 4 locations, we can actually extend this to every state. Usha Silai School is in every state. And then you're getting to the story of ethnic fashion made by rural women. So if we can do it out that way, that's what we'd like to do. Next steps are also how much more we can train these ladies to produce garments without any supervision even. And the final step, which is the ultimate step, is they design their own clothes.
Watch the show. So much of effort and details have gone into every outfit, and every show it's just been amazing. It's just been humbling, yeah. It was actually a very, very wonderful experience witnessing this show. And what I really like about the design sensibilities is that we have picked up from our rich textiles, but yet the designs are still very global. So it's not very, very limiting. It's very it caters to a larger audience, and it's wonderful to see the faces behind these wonderful designs and the rich textiles.
I thought the collection was absolutely beautiful. But more than the clothes, I love seeing the smiles on the faces of the artisans as they walk the runway with the designers together. It was a matter of great pride that at Lakme Fashion Week, our designers are sharing the stage with artisans who are making their clothes for them and with them. So it was absolutely amazing. I'm so glad that Usha has taken this step forward. I look forward to many more such collaborations at which we can respect and honor the craft and the skills of our community.
Well, I'm a model and I'm working for Pool A, and I would love to buy them someday.
We were told during our fittings that these garments were special because they were made by these women who are living in villages and who stitch clothes. So it's really nice to wear clothes by them, and frankly that they're being empowered. It's great.
I don't know who made this, but I've seen those ladies. Most of, like, few of them are disabled, and they're from the villages. So I know what goes behind making this. So I really appreciate their efforts, and I hope many people in India appreciate it and wear their garments.